Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com. And over here, you can see Finster in the window. Hey, Finster. Yoo-hoo, Finster. No, she doesn't care. She's looking in the window. Up there over the television, you see, there she is. Anyway, we are here with random reviews from the Overflow Room. That got her attention. Gotcha, didn't I? Oh, yeah. Anyway, Finster is a vertical cat. You know, cats come in vertical and horizontal varieties. I mean, Mildred will climb when she wants to, and when she sees Finster do it because she's jealous. But Finster is always trying to go on top of things so that she can claim the vertical territory for herself, because Mildred's very pushy and Finster's much more laid back. Anyway, so much for cat politics. We're still, oh, there she goes, goodbye, dear. We're still working on Schubert. Lots of Schubert. Well, we have 4 more Schubert videos, and then we'll be done with Schubert. That will bring our Schubert video total up to, I believe, 15, which may be a record so far. You know, I mean, we'll have some other big ones too, like Beethoven and people like that. But it's still a heaping crap load of CDs, quite frankly. Let's see what we have in this pile. Some really good things. Mostly chamber music, I see. In fact, I think it's all chamber music. I don't think there are any symphony recordings here at all. So that's a good thing, because that's what Schubert wrote most of. One of you rather sniffily commented in the comments, oh, your Overflow Room has too many Schubert symphony sets. You're paying too much attention to the symphonies. Oh, you have no idea what response I had to that. But I was very nice. I think I just deleted it. Sometimes it's better to just delete than it is to reply. I'm sure you'll agree. Anyway, this fabulous disc. Oh my goodness, famous, wonderful, amazing disc with Murray Pariah playing the Schumann Fantasy in C major, one of the all-time great piano thingies in the universe, and the Schubert Wanderer Fantasy. Oh, it's a wonderful disc, a beautiful disc, sensitive and intelligent, as Pariah always is. And yeah, that was a keeper for sure. Then we've got, oh, another Wanderer Fantasy coupled with the Fantasy in C major with Maurizio Pollini. This is a super duper uber classic. I mean, maybe better than Pariah's. It's really, really hot stuff. One of Pollini's great early recordings, along with the late Schubert sonatas and the late Beethoven sonatas and the Boulez Second Sonata. You know, one of the things that really sort of put him on the map. So that's pretty serious. Then we've got, oh, look. The Wanderer Fantasy, again, the Piano Sonata in A major, D664, and the Impromptus, D899. And they are performed by, let's see, Leon Fleischer. And the Wanderer Fantasy, the Piano Sonata, and the Impromptus are nothing less than Nelson Freire. Now, you know, Nelson Freire, Fleischer's a known quantity. We can take that for granted. Freire began his career, you may recall, recording for Columbia. And he did quite a few splendid recordings for Columbia with Rudolf Kempe, for example, in Munich. And then he vanished for quite a long time until Decca picked him up at the very end of his life, where he was a grand old man of the piano at that point. And he passed away quite suddenly and sadly. I mean, he was in full command of his resources and making wonderful records. But at least we got a good pile. I mean, there should be from Decca a Nelson Freire box at some time, if they could ever manage to get their act together. But in the meantime, this is a Sony Essential Classics, which I'm sure is long out of print. And isn't that nice? I mean, there was, of course, a Fleischer box with the Fleischer stuff in it. There's also a Freire box with the Freire stuff in it, so you're okay. Oh, look, Richter. This is his famous Schubert D960 with an asterisk. All of Richter's recordings have asterisks, you know, because they have to explain to you something about them. So the asterisk is Eurodisc music production, and these are original recordings from the USSR. You also have some Moments Musicaux and the Brahms Klavierstücke Opus 118, 3 of the 6. You don't ever get a complete anything with Richter, it seems, unless it's like a sonata, but those other works, he always took bits and pieces. So this is in the big Eurodisc box as well, which is probably long out of print. Isn't everything? But this was the Richter Collection, Volume 6, which had really a lot of his best recordings in it, by the way. So that we hang on to. This has, remember, the famously slow tempi in the first movement, particularly of the big B-flat sonata, which everyone found either infuriating or hypnotically fascinating, depending. And let's see, what have we got here? Oh, a wonderful series. Yes, Schubert complete string quartets with the Leipziger, let's do it in German, the Leipziger Streichquartett. Both T's at the end. This is on MD and G. It's a beautiful series. It's a wonderful series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 discs. I think this is the whole series. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. You also get the string trios and fragments and bits and pieces. It's really beautiful. I said in a previous video that I sort of got hooked on Schubert string quartets and started collecting them, and I did. I didn't keep a lot of the ones I collected because, I mean, it was just even for me, right? But the best sets I hung on to. I mean, one of you asked if I, what did I think of the, complete cycle by the Knoedler Quartet or the, whatever they were, and I haven't heard it. I had no idea. I mean, there's millions of Schubert string quartet cycles. There's no way I'm going to get through all of them, but I love them dearly, and I really, really went into them hugely at one point. And this is a beautiful cycle. I mean, I think they got boxed up at one point. I'm not sure, but it's on MD and G, and anything the Leipziger String Quartet did is really, really good. They are a fabulous group. I mean, their Haydn series has been beautiful. Their Beethoven series was beautiful. They did wonderful work. Wonderful work. And then we've got, Winterreise with Wolfgang Holzmer and Imogen Cooper. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it's really very good. It's an excellent performance. And, there are bad Schubert song cycle recordings. There was one that was pretty atrocious, actually, that came out recently. I don't think I didn't talk about it here. It was just bad. I just got rid of it, But most of them are quite good. And Winterreise particularly, because it's such a serious, tragic work, that it's one of those like Mahler 6. People don't do it unless they're serious about it, unless they're ready, and unless they have something to say. So that's that one. Then we've got a couple complete works for violin and piano with Ulf Hulscher and Karl Engel. This is one of those discs that I was collecting because it has the Fantasy Deutsch 934, the C major fantasy for violin, which is just phenomenal. And also his sonatinas, the 3 sonatinas and the duo. He never called anything a violin sonata. But the 3 sonatinas, which are by no means tiny, the biggest is 21 minutes long, and the duo sonata, they're glorious pieces, beautiful, beautiful pieces. Some early Schubert, yes, but really nice, and the fantasy is just amazing. So I was, hooked on that for a while, and there you go. And then we've got Rudolf Serkin doing D959 in A major from 1966, and the 4 impromptus, D935, recorded in Vermont in 1979. This was part of that Sony Serkin series. I broke it up and spread it around the various composers. And then last but not least, what is this? Oh, the Schubert String Quartets 10, 12, 13, and 15 with the Pinokas. You may recall in previous videos I have these separately, but then Superfund stuck them all in a box, and, well, it's the Pinoka Quartet. I get everything they do if I can, because they are one of the great quartets in the universe, and they never made a bad record. They're just phenomenally talented, and these are beautiful, beautiful performances. So there you have it, a lot of chamber and keyboard music. It's so beautiful. My God, it's beautiful. It's amazing. Actually, I think this Leipziger thing also has the quintet in it somewhere. Should I look? Well, take my word for it. I think they did the quintet, because 9 discs is a lot for the Schubert quartets. But anyway, let me just look at the end here. Maybe it's one of these last volumes. Quartet movements. Nope, it's not there. But I'm pretty sure they did it. I'm supposed to remember all these things. I do a pretty good job remembering things, but boy, it's a lot. It's a lot of the same stuff. Oh, my goodness. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.